All right, welcome back. Muchas gracias for hanging with me. Right now, we're going to run an interview I did with those rude and crude phone pranksters, the Jerky Boys. I guess they got a new movie coming out.
Spud, I don't think it's very polite to be making prank phone calls. Those Jerky Boys ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Well, since they've made millions and millions of dollars making prank phone calls, I really doubt that they care what you or I have to say about their art form.
Oh, sure, Spud. When I was a kid, I used to make calls, too. I'd call up people and ask them if the refrigerators were running. But these guys are ridiculous.
I know, but anyway, let's just roll the thing. Thank you.
So you think you boys are about ready to talk?
Ooh, talk? What are you, crazy?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I got warts all over.
Uncle Freddy's dead?
Cut the crap out!
All right, I'm speaking with Johnny B and Kamal, the Jerky Boys. Now, guys, as this is my love special, can you two share with my viewers what love means to the Jerky Boys off the record?
Well, what love means to the Jerky Boys, I would say, is a couple of bottles of Jack, a six-pack, and a nice roll around in the hay. You know, the two of us with
Don't forget the oil.
right, with some nice liniments, some oils, and some cream.
Now, is it tough to overcome the stereotype that women may have of you guys, that you'll maybe be calling them up at all hours of the night with prank phone calls? Are they intimidated at the thought of going out with a Jerky Boy? What do you think?
Let's see.
What the? I could do magic trick. I could make the girl won't be too mad with me later on because I could make certain objects appear larger than they are.
I mean,
if you know what I'm talking about.
I mean,
Yeah.
where would we be without our women?
You
Right?
guys need to realize this is Seattle. This is like PC country, so remember that, all right?
What is PC?
I don't know. I don't know what it means, but I've been told this, all right? So let's get down to it. Give my viewers the
Peace.
Reader's Digest version of how you guys went from like underground pranksters to massive international superstars. Obviously, your families are blown away, are they not?
Quite, yes. I think it happened people think it happened overnight. That's not the case.
Okay.
We did these calls in '86, the first calls, and they were officially released in '93. So we've been really cracking for the last couple of years at it. And
You're huge in Europe, correct?
Yes, big in Europe. We're very silly about that. See what do you think?
But we're big everywhere. That's what girth is.
All right, well, the new movie, let's talk a little bit about the new movie, Jerky Boys, the movie.
Yes.
In the trailer, like, you mess with the president. Have you guys ever actually messed with, like, very important power, total juice people in reality?
Yes, we have absolutely no fear. We'll spend some time behind bars. We'll do whatever it takes to get the job done. As a matter of fact, we hear the president and the first family, is very big fans of the Jerky Boys.
I see. All right, super. Okay, well, right now, let's check out a clip of the film. You want to set it up at all?
Oh, I really don't know what clip we're looking
I
at.
don't know nothing about fixing up motion picture equipment. What do you mean?
All right, well, we're going to actually roll a clip.
Great.
Somebody knows what they're doing in the
Great.
booth, so let's roll it.
Oh.
So you think you're just gonna waltz in here and start taking over my turf?
You got it there, liver lips. I want you, baby. You sound good. Me and you, we make a team.
You and me make a team. We make a team. I don't know who you are!
Ernie, what are you trying to get cute with me, baby doll? Come on, what are you trying to make me feel funny in the pants? What's up? Don't suck on my pants and tell me it's raining out there, tough guy.
You know, this is getting out of line now. I ought to split your brains from the back of your knees to the front of your face. You got that?
Listen here, shoeface. You wanna come to New York and have a sit down, that's fine. Just ask me nice. Talk to me like a person. You start trying to intimidate me, I'm gonna get mad.
Ernie, relax, baby. We'll talk about this and that and the other thing when I get into town here, okay? Until then, you deal with my boys, and I'll tell you something. If anything happens to them, I'm holding you personally responsible. We got something going here or what?
I'll think about it. I'll take it under advisement.
You're a sweetheart. See you later there, you friggin' milky liquor.
Okay, most memorable moment to this point, not just as Jerky Boys, but as humans, members of the human community.
Okay, for me, it was when my father backed over me a few times in the driveway as a joke. I mean, I was only 7 at the time. It wasn't really that funny, but apparently the whole family got a good chuckle out of it. What about you?
Well, just when someone told me I could sit down in that chair, but it was made out of wicker wire, and then the cobras attacked my feet and ankles.
Oh, all right, guys, anything you want to say in closing? Besides see the movie.
And we'd like to say a big thank you to the
all
fans.
the fans.
Thanks again. You guys made it what it is. We appreciate it.
Spud, my baby, this love special is wonderful. But I want to ask you about these guys that make these crank phone calls, the Jerky men. I think one of them called me last Thursday night. Wanted to know if you were actually my son.
I don't think so, Mother. They weren't in town this last week. They live in New York.
Oh, I think one of them wanted to know if you were a hermaphrodite. That rumor's been going around for years.
Old news.
Remember when you were in the Cub Scouts and
Yes.
Mrs. Feinberg passed it around the Scoutorama?
Right.
How you were just a little different than most of the other little boys?
Right.
You went home and cried for hours.
It's very much an old story, okay? I'm tired of that one.
Okay. Since it's the love special, you know how you can make your mother very happy? Find a nice girl. She'll put up with you. You'll get married. You'll settle down. It'll be very nice.
The problem is we both know I've been married a few times. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, but you gotta do it the right way. You don't dial a rabbi and invite your friends over in Bermuda shorts.
Look, Mother, we both know that getting married is very expensive. I think I would prefer to save my money for the eventual divorce. That's even more expensive than a wedding, okay?
You gotta do it the right way. Then you don't have to do it again and again and again. Spud, your wedding day will be the most important, most wonderful day of your
All
life.
right, well, speaking of weddings, right now we're going to show this segment I did at the Washington State Convention Center. It was a wedding show. These people are extremely intense about weddings. Check this out. You may have some second thoughts. Let's roll the thing.
I do not know where you got this fakakta idea about love.
Okay, maybe I haven't had a lot of luck with this marriage thing. I'm currently 0 for 3. But what I am craving right now is a little normalcy, a little tradition in my life. I mean, participating in a dummy's wedding is too weird for even me, Spud Goodman. So what I thought I would do is give you at home a socially acceptable segment on the wonders of holy matrimony. Let's check this wedding thing out, okay? Excuse me, are you Stacy Hagen?
Yes, I am.
I was told you know about planning a wedding, is that correct?
I do. I know everything there is to plan for a wedding.
Well, I'm going to hold you to that now. Is there like a rule book or something that like Robert's Rules of Orders that you follow when you try to put one of these things on?
There's a Bible. There's a Bible. Many Bibles. There is a book called Bravo that people can follow, and there's a book called the Northwest Bridal Guide that people follow, or they make their own.
All right, super. And one thing that's always bugged me about weddings, I got to tell you this. You know, when the bride afterwards, you know, gets her garter off her leg, and turns her back, and then gets ready to flick it to the single women in the audience.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it just seems like the woman with the best hand-eye coordination always wins, and she's not maybe the most deserving.
I agree with you, but you know, it's just probably also who's closest at that time.
Have you ever seen, obviously you've been in a lot of weddings that get a little violent, like a rugby scrum when that thing starts to fly?
Actually, I've seen somebody knock a girl out for it. And you know what? I even saw a guy one time go for it.
Whatever it takes to get the job done. I'm starting to get the hang on how to throw a wedding after hanging around this place. But what happens after the wedding?
Well, then you have to live together, and you have to be patient, and you have to be caring and giving and loving and everything that goes
Write this down. Hold on. No, that was caring.
But wait a minute. I want to tell you something. Here today, I know that there is now somebody for everybody.
No way. Everybody?
I swear to God, yes, everybody. There is somebody for everybody. Right now, I'm not married, and I know you've been married several times, and quite frankly, there's one person out there that's probably sitting there and saying, where's Spud and Stacy?
You really think so?
I swear.
Okay, now let's talk about the renting-buying conundrum. Now, is it kind of like leasing and buying a car in terms of the actual financial benefits?
Well, actually, Spud, you know, if you figure a bride's going to go out and spend $1,500 to $2,000 on a dress, something she's never going to wear again. However, with a tuxedo, you'll spend $300 to $500, and you'll be able to wear it at Christmas parties, New Year's Eve, several times throughout the year. So yes, definitely buying a tuxedo is more beneficial than renting one.
Okay. Do you have like financing?
We do have a layaway plan.
All right, speaking with Susan Michaels of A Grand Affair. Now, Susan, when the heck did you get out of TV and get into this?
Actually, about 3 years ago and about 25 pounds ago, actually, I decided to do something different. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got to ask you a technical question since you're in this biz. Can one annul a marriage if the wife doesn't wear an official wedding gown?
You know, actually, I think that it's grounds for annulment or divorce here in the state of Washington unless they get a fabulous gown from us. So I think you're absolutely right on that.
Because my wife wore sweats at our ceremony. She just wasn't into dressing up.
Excuse me.
Okay, fine. How much can you drop, say, a month before it's a week before the wedding, you're like 30, 40 pounds overweight, just kind of hanging over, and you're saying, no way am I going to fit into that tux or wedding gown. How much can you lose?
Within 15-day period, you should be able to drop 10 pounds.
Wait a second, did I hear you say you eat anything you want? You could have like 4 Dick's Deluxes a day and still lose weight?
You can eat whatever you want.
The excitement isn't over yet. Spud will be right back with the spectacular conclusion of the Spud Goodman Love Special. We now return to the Spud Goodman Love Special.
All right, I hope you enjoyed tonight's Love Special. I got to tell you, it was good for me. Now, next month, we're going to be back with the Spud Goodman Gala Food Special. So if you eat food, you'll want to tune in, especially you bingers and purgers out there, all right? All right, until we meet again, this is Spud Goodman. Be all you can be, and I mean that. God bless and ciao.
Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so.
Okay, April. Love at first sight.
Alec Baldwin.
Kathy Gertson.
Billy Baldwin.
Gene Ederson.
You really seem to have a news fetish, don't you? Okay, Ken Schramm.
Well, I did have a thing for Susan Hutchinson.
Music is an aphrodisiac to me, like 9 Inch Nails.
Barry White does it for me.
Ministry.
Hey, I'll tell you. How about a little Luther Vandross?
Danzig.
You know, when I really want to turn on, I put on Hammer. April, most romantic movie of all time.
Blade Runner.
Live and Die in L.A.
Scarface.
Taxi Driver.
Reservoir Dogs.
Terminator 1 and 2.